Yo, what's up boys, and welcome back to yet another video brought to you by G2A.com. Check out the link at the top of the description and use code PSI for 3% cashback for some cheap video games. Anyway, in case you gobsmacked by that intro, I know it looked pretty awesome and you're wondering what's going on from the title. I don't know exactly what the title is, but it'll be something along the lines of, you know, I'm making my own server. It's true guys, you know, I'm here today in my press hat because I am depressed, and the reason I'm depressed is because so I'll probably also make you depressed. But yeah, the reason I'm here today is to talk about my new server, which is going to be launched as soon as you see this video. It's going to be launched. All the information will be in the description. I'll have a website on the screen. It's PsiSyn.network. You can check it out. And I'll be playing on it and hopefully making some regular content back on good old ARMA again. And as you would have seen in the intro already, like I mentioned, it was cool. The server, yes, it isn't exactly the most innovative server ever. It does definitely have some things which you've certainly seen in modded servers before, but it does still have some unique things, which I'm going to be talking about in just a second. But essentially, this server is, I know it sounds stupid, like cringy or whatever, but it's like by the people, for the people, like people who have known in my community for a while now. Repents is the main person who's doing the actual development work. He did the original Malden Madness server, or the original Malden Madness series I made was on a server which he made. But this is a modded version of that, and the only thing I've really done is put 200 of my own dollars into the server. And I'm going to be taking, like, in terms of, we've got donations obviously for the server to, you know, make it worthwhile for the devs and stuff. I'm going to be taking the initial $200, you know, pocketing that. But other than that, the rest of the money, you know, I'm saying it right here so the developers can call me out if I don't do it. The rest of the money is going to go towards those guys. So, you know, it's not something for personal gain. It's just because I want to try it out. Honestly, it'll probably end up flopping in like a day. I'm pretty sure guys said, like, what the fuck. But, I'm going to show you some cool footage in a second. What do you want? You hear to buy guns? Okay, we'll just ignore what I'm doing. Yeah, so I'm just going to show you the gun store quickly, and then we're going to talk about the actual features and stuff like that. Right now we're doing like a little alpha phase thing, kind of thing. There'll be a lot of things which are broken in the server, so people are just testing out stuff, so people are running around with chickens on their head and shit. But first and foremost, you will notice some of these buildings. This is the gun store. And we do have a beautiful custom, at least as far as I know, UI for the gun store, and you'll see what I've wanted in the server is a focus on low-end weaponry. Crossbow wood, yes, low-end. Sawed-off shotgun, low-end. Double barrel, low-end. Other stuff isn't really that low-end. We do have a pump-action shotgun and a Lee Enfield with a scope on it. You can see with a beautiful sound and a beautiful bolting animation. And that's pretty much it. Am I missing anything of importance, guys? What do you think?
Chicken.
Yeah, I mean, the chickens aren't unique, but yeah. Anyway, if you want to check out the server, there'll be a link in the description. But without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and talk about what makes the server truly epic. Honestly, not gonna lie, that was my first intro back, and it was kind of hard to do, so hopefully you guys can forgive me for this somewhat lackluster video. I did spend a decent amount of time putting together some footage and working out what the actual features of a server are, so hopefully it sounds like something interesting to you guys. Like I said in the little text thing, a lot of people have asked me to do this, so here we are. If it sucks, it sucks, but at least I can say I tried to do it, and I did what people asked me to do. Since this is at least under the name of PsiSyn, I do definitely want to listen to your feedback, so if you guys do have anything of importance, I am of course available via email, lewis@PsiSyn.com, or just leave a comment or whatever. But anyway, let's start with the features. You would have seen at the start, there's actually several quests you can do where you find artifacts and stuff like that, and that allows you to progress in your skill tree, which you'll see in a second. The second thing you've seen was just the bridge. The third thing was the Dmv test. So if you want to drive in this map, Malden, then you are going to have to do several different, or answer several different questions, which is completely custom, and it's pretty cool. It makes a nice little noise when you get it right. Bad noise if you make it wrong. The third thing that you've seen was the cars quickly, showing you quickly the gun store there as well. Everything's quick, I know. This right here is the skills menu, which you'll see right there. You can collect the relics, and you can do the quest, which is Secret of the Depths, which is, I don't know exactly how it works. I'll probably dedicate a video to it, but just several different things to do. And the skill tree, although it is a common script you would have seen in other servers, it does have quite a lot to it, so you will have to do quite a lot of leveling to have the best character on the server, really. So no surprise. You'll see several buildings which you will recognize from all mods. At the end of the day, R3 modded servers are not unique, and they aren't anything special these days. They haven't been for a while now, like I also mentioned in the text annotation. ARMA servers are like kind of dead, I'd say, especially modded ones, but there's still some interesting things going on. Which my favorite thing undoubtedly going on is this thing right here, which I actually put a lot of footage of this in the video. I don't know what the add-on's called. I heard of it a while ago and I was going to make a video about it. But essentially it's a dynamic mod which allows you to mount any vehicle in ARMA, whether it's custom or whether it is a default ARMA vehicle. You will be able to mount any vehicle by standing on top of it, and you can drive and all that good stuff, and you can also jump from vehicle to vehicle. It is a bit fidgety, especially on multiplayer. People will look laggy, as you'll see in a few seconds here when we try to do it with a plane. Yes, you can do it with a plane, you can do it with a boat, you can do it with a car, you can do whatever the hell you want. I know it's pretty awesome. But that's just how it is with multiplayer. It's not going to be perfect. It looks fine from my POV, but from everyone else's POV, it will look like I'm lagging, or whoever else is on top of the car is lagging. So that's kind of a downside, but it's what you got to expect when it's multiplayer. This video might just seem like I'm constantly shilling for the server, but like I do genuinely want to play with you guys. And in terms of like what we're looking for roleplay wise on the server, roleplay's been dead on ARMA for a while now. GTA is really the only decent place for roleplay. You'll notice I put a speed bomb on this dude's car, which is activated. Basically, once it's been activated, he gets alerted and he has to keep above a speed or else he blows up. So he blew up. But yeah, we aren't asking for like the most insane roleplay ever. There's no whitelist. You will need to download the mods, which will be on the website, link in the description. But still, complete morons who break rules, which are also on the website, will be banned. I want a somewhat decent community. I know some of you guys out there are capable of some decent roleplay in ARMA standards, but some of you will simply be there to VDM, RDM, etc, etc. And that's not okay, okay? We can all have a good time together. RDM and VDM is not required. Although I can see why it's fun for you, but it's not required. But yeah, that was a high-speed pursuit right there. You can buy this car, you can see right now, from the terrorist trainer, or whatever he's called. You get that from leveling up. There's a certain level requirement for it. You get the skill, and then you want to fly to a northwest island, and you can go ahead and buy several different vehicles and weapons exclusively from that guy. But yeah, what I was saying a second ago is the thing which really kills ARMA-free communities, or really any community, especially these days with how lackluster it is population. If you're a server with 90 people on it, it'll be kind of fun. If you have a server with 30 people on it and declining, it's just going to die. People are going to lose interest, and it's going to die. The developers are going to lose interest. Everyone's going to lose interest together. So I do really need people to try out the server, and we will definitely have some hiccups. I'm sure there's going to be some epic trolls, and you know how things are going to be on day one, which this is day one right now as you watch this video. So I'll see how things go, and if everything goes smoothly, as I also said in the text annotation before, I will try to make some content, maybe even a series on this server. I'm excited to see what it's like, and I hope you guys like it. But again, it's buy people, follow people, and I can directly talk to developers. I've never had this link to developers for any community, or really any desire to talk to developers of other communities, because I don't really care what they develop. But now I do kind of care. So if you guys do have any feedback, etc., I'm here. But you'll see what I mean about the desync. It's just because it's multiplayer. On single player, it's completely fine. It'll look perfect, but on multiplayer, it will look like we're lagging behind because of how the player X and Y and Z coordinates, I'm sure, update not a million times a second. So it is a bit fidgety, but it works pretty well. And if you do want to, chill on top of a plane and shoot other people on top of planes, then you can do that. Like, that's why I like this mod so much. That's just a really cool idea to me, and it's not really something you can do on other games. Also, this looks really bad here, but that's mostly because we were using V-Boost. A lot of people on the launch of this server, or on the alpha launch of this server, which was the time I was recording this, did have Infostar access. We are definitely wanted to have a minimum amount of people who do have Infostar access as well. That stuff obviously is bad. Admin abuse is bad. For content, yes, I will have admin. But I don't expect myself to abuse it too much. Obviously, it does definitely help to make for content, and I will use it to get money, and I will talk to people to get them involved in certain situations. But, it isn't something we want people to participate in on a server, like epic scripted content. Maybe events, stuff like that. But yeah, trying to avoid that stuff. You'll see right here as well, I just logged on as a cop with my beautiful pump action. It's a different skin right here, and you can actually use GPS trackers. There's several things which I won't show in this video, just because I forget about them, but Repentance has made quite a lot of unique things. Some of them have been stolen or copy-pasted, but other ones will be actually unique to the server, which is a rare thing these days. But you'll see a custom Windows key menu, which is cool, which Repentance made. I'm sure it wasn't that hard to make, but it's cool. And you can put a GPS tracker on a car, on a person, if you are a cop, which is a pretty cool feature. Don't really know how exactly it could be used in roleplay. You could probably just log off to get rid of it, But still, it's cool, right? Like, you can see why I think the server's relatively cool. I don't have high expectations. I'm a pessimist with most things, but I do think it definitely could be a lot shitter on launch day, although we'll see how things are today. Obviously, we did show vehicles before, but there is just a shit ton of vehicles, and all of these, again, can be mounted as you do desire. So in this case, I gone ahead and went on top of this truck, which you've probably seen on several servers before. You can carry stuff in the back of it, and you can hitch and unhitch the trailer. And I gone ahead and unhitched the trailer, and because it was on top of another vehicle, it kind of blew up and ruined that day. I apologize, trailer. Oh shit! I'm sorry.
Oh no!
Oh, it blew up.
The police car, shit.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was very apologetic. I even actually teleported this nice man using my magical admin powers back to buy another truck and then attempted a desync ram him, but there's no desync because there's no one on the server. So, yeah, we'll see how it is on launch day. And obviously this isn't the life content you guys have came to know and love. Although most people I actually talk to IRL at events said we don't like life mods for like DayZ. You know, well, we'll get back to survival in a bit, guys. But for now, PsiSyn Life. But yeah, I would have made actual content if I had people on the server, but obviously we don't have that right now. But either way, we're showing right there, we can get custom IDs. I was thinking about maybe making it so donators, like say you donate $5, you can get your image on your ID. So you can have whatever image you want on an ID, whether it's a friend to like bully them or like your own image, whatever else. I don't know, just an idea. Like we do need ideas to monetize the server, obviously without breaking Bohemia's monetization TOS. And also I showing off some other random vehicles. There's so many vehicles, I just didn't have time to show everything in here. And honestly, vehicles, in my opinion, aren't the main thing which are of interest to me on these modded servers. You can find tons of vehicles, you know, like you seen a sailboat earlier on, and what do you call it? Like a thing with a big fan on the back of it. I forgot what it's called, but I've shown those two vehicles earlier on. Never seen those on any other server. And also you've seen sharks earlier, that was pretty cool, which the sharks are actually just like attached to a fish. Kind of weird, but yeah, there's tons of mods you can like copy and paste, but things which are actually somewhat unique on live servers like this right here, which isn't perfect, I'll admit, as you can see right there, but this system Repent's made, which allows you to buy houses, and you can actually go ahead and barricade up your house. He is planning on adding more furniture, since we do now have the possibility to mod the server, which you didn't have on the original modern server. You can now add custom furniture, and I don't know, I've been told we've got some good developers who do have the ability to make custom buildings and yada yada yada. Maybe I'm just being bullshitted too. I don't really know, but you know, the possibilities are definitely pretty high with a modded server. Obviously you just use TFR, so you do need to use TeamSpeak, but that does mean much clearer voice over IP, and you can use the radio to talk to your friends instead of being forced to metagame, as most people will do on all live servers. And all live servers, by the way, like, I'm not saying, I kind of mean when I say ARMA's dead, but all live servers are still very much so killing it. Speaking of which, something which will interest many of you guys, I actually made a video on this a while ago, a game called Identity, which is being developed by some originally All Life developers, Asylum, I think they're called, I'm pretty sure they're called. Yeah, so that game is like a standalone life mod. I'll have an annotation to it in the top right. I swear to God, I was told at PAX East, which was like right at the start of this year, that was social module for this game, which again, it's a standalone life game, essentially, because it was, you know, inspired by Altus Life. Well, that's what originally the developers have made or were working on, and then they raised a fuck ton of money, like hundreds of thousands, to make this game. But yeah, I was told by a developer at PAX East that it was going to be coming out for the social module earlier on this year, like a few weeks after PAX East, which didn't happen, but they do have a date now. I think it's March 2018, which is honestly pretty bullshit. Bit disappointed that that's going to be the social module. We're not going to be able to kill anyone or anything like that. But that could bring roleplay back or something. I don't really know, but a lot of you guys probably were excited for that game, so now you know at least we have a release date now, which I'm sure they can't let us down with, because holy shit, that is a while out. But either way, the furniture system works for everyone. If you want to buy a house, you can spend your money on that. You can turn the lights on and off if you do so desire. You can unlock and lock the storage. You can store a bunch of weapons in there. And obviously there's a lot of stuff in the files which aren't used. Like there's even like a mech. You guys know the mech that I made in like my top ARMA videos a while ago. There's even a mech in the files. So there's certain weapons which won't be used. But if there's any like packs or anything like that that you guys would like to see in this, like I said before, I do want to emphasis on low-end weaponry, not a bunch of 7.62 weapons. So we do need some more low-end stuff, which is why I want the shotguns and stuff like that, because those aren't going to be... in fact, there's even some melee weapons. I'm not sure if they're in the store. But yeah, I don't want people just running around like one tapping each other. Like I want to feel like it's kind of like a struggle. Even if you are going to get in a combat fight and you're going to lose it, at least you will have the kind of adrenaline of being close to death. Not just, oh, I'm instantly dead. I got one tap by a 7.62 weapon. Although I do think 7.62 weapons will be available. But anyway, I just shown this quickly as well. But you've seen a second ago, you can jump in and out of windows. So you probably want to barricade those in your house. And I also go ahead and break into my very own house right here. I did accidentally blow it up. But this is the cool thing about, even if you ignore the whole networking problem with it constantly lagging backwards and forwards with the vehicles, you are able to use vehicles, although this one is really big. But you can still use vehicles to parkour into spaces you could not get into otherwise. Just earlier, I was on top of the gun store. I attempted to get on top of a Mirage nightclub, which I couldn't get on top of. But you can use that to parkour to places and use that to set up for bank robberies. There is the bank and there's also the Federal Reserve, I think, in this, which is pretty cool. So there's two different things you can do. I'm not 100% sure, honestly, on all the details, since most of the hard work has been done by Repent and Johnny. We are still, you know, having apps for staff, if you are interested in that and you've got some past experiences with that, and also for police and medics. If you guys want to join the police or join the medics, then you can do that right now, and obviously those apps will probably close eventually once we do get a decent amount of people who aren't completely mongulated, which definitely having a TFR requirement does mean there's not many 12-year-olds on the server. And since this is, you know, headed by me, the server, you know, what's my stance on 12-year-olds? Honestly, thinking back, I was a bit mean to 12-year-olds, you know. You're welcome on the server, but, you know, there's a bit of tolerance, but there's not too much tolerance. Like, people will get banned. That's just how it is. Okay. But anyway, some dude ended up robbing a store. We killed him. Had God mode on, to be honest, but I just wanted to shoot people. I'm sorry if you ran into me during this little alpha test, but I just wanted to like show off a bit of gunplay, and just some of the cool things which are available with modded servers. Really, I didn't want it to be on Lakeside because Lakeside's just done and boring. So this is on Malden, and I don't know if that's going to be a deal breaker for a lot of people. Malden never took off. Altus, people still jerk over. So, bit of a disappointment, really, that that's the case. I was hoping Malden, since it was a free map, the only free map that's really been... Yeah, it's the only free map since release. Altus was part of ARMA Free's release, and it's just Altus straight to Malden. But yeah, people just don't fucking care about it, so... That's a bit of a letdown, really. This is a 12.7 Desert Eagle, by the way. I don't know if that's 50 cal. I guess it is 50 cal, but it's pretty good. I don't know if I could even pierce his shield in that case. I'm pretty sure it just went straight through his shield because like he flinched or something like that for whatever reason. I also put him in debug right there. That's Repents. I'm sorry, Repents. That was very mean. And although this is my server, I am not void of the rules. You will see several things in a few seconds. In fact, one main thing in a few seconds. You know, it's some RDM, which apparently I'm a known RDMer. I still plan to follow the rules. I'm not past rules. Call me out for my bullshit. If I'm a piece of shit and abuse you, fucking make a video about it and expose me, dude. Like, I plan on not being a human piece of shit. Those guys are human turkeys, though. But they're dead. Don't worry. We're going to eat them later on tonight. It is Thanksgiving soon anyway. So you guys would have seen a lot of these features already on the Malden server if you did watch my Malden Madness series, which I liked a lot. It's just, again, people didn't like Malden. But things like, you know, popping up when there's a bank robbery, which we can now confirm there is indeed a bank. This right here is the Malden Max Security Prison, which is pretty sweet. But again, I know the inmates can't do it if there's a script to stop them, but, you know, if you want to go ahead and break someone out, what the fuck is this? Oh, it's DOC stuff and shit here. If you want to break someone out by using a vehicle, you know, you want to hop over the wall, then great. It gives DOC units another challenge, really, to deal with. The fuck is my character doing? So, oh, okay. Yeah, that's advanced movement right there. My legs are broke. Alright, we're going to turn God mode back on. But if you want to pull up and put a... God mode doesn't even heal me. F7. There we go. If you want to pull up and put a vehicle right here, and in fact, you can probably hop over without a vehicle. Yep, you can hop over without a vehicle. You can do that. DUC will be here and will be dealing with it. Originally, the server for Malden was like 100 slots, so I guess we'll have something along the lines of that. See how performance works out, and hopefully make some content, homie. I feel like I did have something else which was really, really important to mention here, but honestly, at this point, I've just forgot. So I'm going to think about it for a second. Oh yeah, I just wanted to mention it quickly, although I'm sure not many of you guys made it to this point of the video. These are like outtakes you'll see right here, you know, there's a lot of work put into these amazing things which we set up right here. But I will be streaming regularly soon, as I said on Twitter. Follow me at PsiSyn if you're not already. But basically, I have to make 8 videos, sorry. I'm contractually obliged to make 8 videos saying, you know, what's up, boys? This video is brought to you by youtube.com. And after that, I will be assuming everything goes to plan, full-time streaming again, you know, I could blobber on all day, but I've tried to stop like bringing personal stuff up on Twitter and like making actual excuses with substance. So you guys can believe me if you want, but you know, let's just say the time between YouTube or the YouTube break and a Twitch break, I didn't do it for no reason. You know, things IRL happen, and maybe that's not a good excuse for some of you guys. Maybe it is for some of you other guys, but that's what happened. That's it, really. But I'll be back to doing that soon, or who knows? Maybe YouTube magically fixes itself. I've heard it's recovering slightly. So yeah, check out the sale if you want. If not, I am pessimistic. I do hope to have a smooth launch though. God, it's gonna be horrible, and this might be some work from me as well. I have done some work to improve the website to make it look a bit better. It still looks like shit, but I really did the logo at the top. It was a lot of work. Alright, anyway, thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget to comment, subscribe, and all good stuff if you would like to see more videos like this, and I'll see you guys in a bit. Peace.